Hey there! You're now listening to the Beautiful Mind and Soul podcast. Join me, Shimi Hapai, your product launch engineer, as we unravel the secrets of successful minds and souls nowadays. Don't forget to follow and subscribe in our podcast channels. Let's begin! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beautiful Mind and Soul podcast, where stories of faith, courage, and success inspire you to dream big and take action. I am your host, Shimi Hapay, and our guest for today is one of the Philippines' best copywriters, and he's also the founder of the Copywriting Training Camp Ph. Let's welcome Miguel Campaner. Woo!
Hello, Pearly. Thanks for having me here. Really excited for this interview.
Wow, thank you po for being here with us in this podcast interview. A lot of my listeners will definitely learn from your story and learn about copywriting as well. So with
Okay.
that po, no, let's start with knowing paano ba kayo naging successful sa field na to? What is the success story ni Miguel Campaner?
All right. So, I actually started with online jobs 2010.
Yeah.
Tapos, I was still a college student at the time, third year college student. Tapos, nalaman ko yung opportunity because I have a few IT friends and they were the ones nagko-code ng website. Then sabi nila sa akin, Migs, may kilala ka bang nagsusulat ng articles? May kilala ka bang AB English na na student? Sabi ko, ako na lang. And that's where it all started. And then I stopped nung pag-graduate ko ng 2012 to 2014, 2015. Nag-work ako sa NSO. And then 2016, 2015, 2016, bumalik ako sa content writing. And then 2016, 2017, around that time, I actually got serious to transition into copywriting instead of being a VA, writer, SEO. And then, yung big break ko talaga was actually working with Negosyo University with Sir John Aranya. And then, kasi doon natuto ko how copywriting is being used in a wide scale. Tapos, we get to test. We get to test on ads, sales letters, emails. Tapos doon ko nalaman, okay, ito pala dapat gawin, ito yung sequence, ito yung funnel, ito yung... So, nagustuhan ko yung work sobra and I stayed with the company for almost 3 years before I went on my own. And yun yung first big super thankful ako kay Sir John. And because of that, I was able to get into conversations with a few of the influencers in the Philippines digital marketing. Like Alan Ngo, J3 Patino, Lisha Kino, kay JTL, and then one of my biggest wins was with Lisha Kino. I was able to help her generate 7 million pesos in 2 days without email marketing or paid advertising. It was just organic posting, and yun ang one of my highlights in 2018. 2019 was one of the highlights was actually growing Copywriting Training Camp Ph. So inside, produce lang ako ng content. I think there are already 60 plus lessons inside. Ngayon ko lang because I had my VA actually create a listing plus the links. So 60 plus na pala yung lessons sa loob. And this 2020 has been great as well despite of what happened sa corona. Because a few of my friends na parang okay pala maging freelancer. Meron palang opportunity online. So ganun, here by the way, I live in General Santos City. So, so mga friends ko dito, they were asking me, and I, open naman to helping them, showing them the way. So that's basically yung story ko so far. Yung success ko was predicated on doing good work with good people and over-delivering and making sure na if they pay me, I give them 10x back.
Yeah.
So, yun yung I think formula for my success looking back.
Wow, that's a great journey po. And Tama, no? First time ko po kayo nakilala through Sir John din kasi I am one of Sir John's student, Coach John. And nakaka-attend ako sa mga seminar niya back
Yeah.
then. So, nami-meet ko po kayo doon. And sa lahat ng mga nakikinig, sa lahat ng mga nanonood nito sa YouTube channel, for info lang, no, coach ko si Coach Mig. So, he is one of the people
Yeah.
instrumental sa success ko as an email copywriter ngayon. So, lahat ng mga nakikita niyong success stories ko, ever since na parang napapanood nyo to or nakikita nyo sa post ko, sila yung mga persons behind it. Isa siya doon and I'm really
Wow.
grateful and grabe ang galing nung sa copywriting journey niya. Talagang more of implementation, taking action and giving results
Yes.
sa clients. Kasi yun na naman talaga yung magpapabalik sa iyo eh. Pag if you give more, you will receive more. And
Yes.
ang ganda ngayon na na more of mentoring, may mentoring side na rin dito ngayon si Coach Mig. So nag-open din siya for people to learn more. And yun nga po sa mga nakikinig na hindi po familiar about copywriting, maybe they're asking ngayon na ano nga ba yung copywriting and
Right.
saang applications to ginagamit ngayon. So ano po yung copywriting and then what are the best applications ito nowadays?
All right. So copywriting, if you want to persuade people to take a certain action, that's copywriting. So advertising, that's one. Tapos ginagamit rin siya actually in journalism, sa news anchors. Yung mga, di ba may prompters, right? Actually, they call that copy. So the copy is good. They also use that. Basically, if you want to persuade people or persuade people to take action using your words, that's copywriting. I think yung phrase na copywriting is salesmanship in print, I think that's the best description of it. So that's copywriting, and the purpose of copywriting is to sell. Ang content writing, which is what I did before, is to inform.
Mm-hmm.
So copywriting, any type of ads that you see, that's copywriting. And ikaw rin, Shirley, we dabble with direct response. So email, sales letters, ads, Facebook ads, and there is also the indirect response, which is yung banner, billboards, TV commercials, mga ganon. Kasi with direct response, you put out a certain type of copy, malaman mo kagad ang results. Kaya siya direct response. Sa indirect response naman, when you put out a billboard, you have no idea kasi kung ilan bibili because of the billboard. Right? So, may ganon, may I like direct response kasi measurable siya. So if I do this, I was able to help you do this, then great, let's do more of that. So that's why I like to dabble in that. And ano rin siya, cost effective. Kasi you know kaagad na, okay, this doesn't work, then let's stop doing that. This works, sige yan. Instead na diretso kaagad sa indirect, like magpa-billboard ka kaagad, wala pa nakakilala sa'yo, hindi ka pa nagbebenta, medyo mahirap. Right? So most of the people that I work with, ganon, they are in the startup stage or they are trying to grow. Tapos ang next level kasi yan is branding, tas indirect na kasi may budget na sila. They already know what works. So direct response. Kaya So yun yung difference niya. And yeah.
Galing. So, yun po pala yung copywriting, and for appreciation lang ng audience na curious kung ano po ba yung copywriting. Baka kasi nami-mistake nila mistaken nila sa copywriting or proofreading dun sa journey. Malayo. Copywriting is more about, parang yun nga, persuading your reader to take a specific action talaga. So, it's either to sell or for them, for example, ako nagpo-podcast, pwedeng subscribe now, yung mga ganong call to action, guys. And definitely, parang based dun sa sinabi ni Coach Migs, copywriting is everywhere. Lalo na if you are into online world. And ngayon po, ngayon sa situation natin na yung mga people is more of pivoting online. Ano po ba yung mga parang top 2 or 3 businesses po na applicable po to ngayon, lalo na dun sa mga nag-o-online business?
All right. So actually, if you're selling anything online, you can use copywriting, especially on your social media posts. Yan yung number one. So actually, any type of business, whether you're a startup, kaya actually noon, I wrote for someone who was selling fruits. So we used copywriting to sell fruits. Pero yun, medyo ano lang yun kasi dapat 3 days, ubus na eh. 3 to 4 days kasi magpapanis siya. So, if you're any type of business, any type of startup, you can use copywriting. I know nga a friend na pumutok yung ukay-ukay business because of copywriting.
Wow.
Right? So, applicable ang copywriting. Pero kung gusto yung parang high impact, like for people who are selling financial services, like financial advisors, real estate, or di kaya even nagbebenta ng cars if you're a car dealer or one of the agents ka ng Toyota, you can also use copywriting. So, any type of business. Now, if you're just starting out, actually, you can start selling yung mga stuff na hindi mo ginagamit. You can sell it on social media. Number one platform. And I also know someone who is doing lives on Shopee. Tapos meron na siyang script. So, the script is the copy. So, yun, nagla-live selling. And also, like this one, sa YouTube. This is also copy if you're selling something. So, the top, actually, walang top businesses. Everyone can use copy in one shape or form. If you want to know kung saan pinaka-effective ang copy, it's social media.
Wow. Right.
Sa Facebook, sa Twitter, sa YouTube, sa Shopee. Pwede pala sa Shopee mag-live na. So, Instagram. So, yun. It's all-encompassing. Pero if you want to ask me, start with Facebook.
That's right.
Pinoy tayo. We love Facebook. Maraming tao doon. Ang next siguro is sa YouTube. Yun ang next. Ang third is Instagram. Fourth siguro is Shopee because paano pa siya? It's still getting momentum. Pero, yeah, yun.
Hindi ko na-expect na may Shopee po pala dun sa listahan nyo.
Yeah.
Grabe. Ang galing. And tama po yun. No? Nagamit ko siya before sa isang Facebook post ko. Nagulat ako, nag-100 plus comments. So, ano lang parang if you know the framework on how you can lay out your copy or yung post yun, yung copy is your Facebook post, yung text.
Yes.
Grabe, ang laki ng impact din pala with your audience. Kahit pala yung friends ko lang or relatives ko lang nakabasa, nag-engage sila. So, tama. And sakto yung mga nakikinig dito sa podcast ko. Usually, marami dyan, mga financial advisor, mga real estate agent. So, narinig niyo yun, guys, no? It is important then na you use a good copy para you attract the right audience with the right offer in your right message. So,
yes, exactly.
And then, ngayon po, no, marami din yung mga Filipino ang into online freelancing and isa nga sa sinasabi nilang lucrative skill, very lucrative skill ang copywriting.
Yep.
So, basically, ito pong question na to is for them. Pwede po bang makapagsimula kahit complete newbie sa copywriting? Ayun.
Yep. Actually, with copywriting, sige. So, sa copywriting kasi, to succeed in freelance copywriting, you need to know 3 things. So, first is you need to be a solid writer. Kasi that's communication. Writing is communication. Next, you need to know how to sell. Kahit basic lang. You need to know how to sell. And then the third one, you need to understand like the business of who you're trying to serve. Right? So, for example, if you want to serve, let's say, financial advisors, so dapat ma-understand mo paano yung business na working. So, you can know asan yung entry points mo sa copywriter. Like, for example, I am a copywriter working with a financial advisor. So, gusto niya ng leads kasi magaling na siya mag-close ng clients. Right? So, ako as a copywriter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write social media posts that will generate engagement and then that will compel the target market to reach out to the financial advisor, which is my client. Tapos, si client na bahala sa messenger ba siya or mag-zoom call to close. Ganun. So, tapos iba naman rin sa online business owner. Kasi I know you've generated results as well. As I'm a copywriter, I understand the business of the online business owner. Nagbebenta siya ng ebook. So, saan yung high impact ko? Sa emails. Okay? So, I'm going to write emails to sell the ebook. Hindi na ako mag-social media post kasi nag-Facebook ads na sila. So, ganun, you have to understand how the business works and you can just ask a few people. Actually, you can just ask sa social media like, sino dito, I'm a financial advisor, I want to understand the business better. Can I speak to anyone or do you know anyone? So, yun lang talaga. You know how to write, you know how to sell, And actually, selling is everything. Because if you can convince your mother to buy you something, you actually sold her the idea that it is in her best interest to buy you this. So selling is you don't have to with selling. Actually, itong three things you can do this or master this within 30 to 60 days. Basta consistency lang, right? I've seen a lot of Filipinos who have written every single day for 60 days, read 3 to 5 books in 60 days about selling, and also genuinely interested with the business of their clients. Yun, na sila? They're one of fulfilling tsaka thriving na yung freelance copywriting business nila. And siguro yung fourth is you need to actually care. You need to care about your clients. You need to care about their success. Kasi, let's face it, minsan, some of the campaigns do not actually work. I've worked on campaigns na nag-flop. But if you have a good relationship, if you care about the business, the client will actually see that and will give you another chance. Right?
Yeah,
So,
nice.
that's why you need to care talaga. Hindi lang parang, this be transactional, relational, yung how you get clients, how you work with people, and that's how you get referrals, just like what happened with me. That's when people refer you to other people na, ito si Shaimi, magaling to siya na email copywriter. Ito magaling din to because, not just because of the results, but because of the client experience. Parang, she's a copywriter that I want to work with, and I feel that if I can recommend her to my friend, yun rin, papasalamatan ako ng friend ko. So, I think those are the things na, yung 3 is what you can do right now. Yung 4 is how to keep business going, to actually genuinely care. And then the next one is results. Kasi akala ko baliktad doon eh. Results and then care next. Where it's actually, you have to care. And then, if you care enough, actually, the results will follow. Totoo lang.
That's right. Ang galing. That is one of my biggest takeaway dito sa interview na to. Kasi nag-resonate sa akin. Kaya focus to have that genuine relationship with the client first.
Yep.
Kasi tama po kayo, no? Hindi natin makikita yung end result ng campaigns, pero at least sa umpisa pa lang, if connected na kayo in a parang deeper level na you understand each other, yeah, it will parang positive pa rin siya in the end. And balay natin ma-refer pa tayo. So sa lahat mga nanonood dito or nakikinig na freelancers, yun po yung tip ni Coach Migs, and golden tip yun from one who has a golden hands na sabi nila Midas touch sa mga ganitong campaigns. And then tama. Ngayon, I want to take this opportunity, Coach, to ask you, based on your experience, ano yung top 3 traits or characteristics ng mga successful copywriters? Para naman yung mga katulad namin makapag unti-unti resonate or ma-align namin yung sarili namin sa ganun.
Alright. So, I think the number one thing talaga, I think ito talaga yung pinaka-number one, is you need to be endlessly curious. Curious about everything. You need to ask about everything. You need to Tapos, yun. You need to be endlessly curious. You need to always ask why. Not just because it's your job, but because yun na yung trait mo. So, yun yung number one. Na, for example, nakita mo yung campaign, it works. Some people will say, wow, ang galing. But you as a copywriter will sabi, why did it work? Ganun. Or di kaya, if you see a certain people, for example, nakita ko yung Tiger Sugar yata na milk tea. Nakita ko sa BGC ang haba ng linya. Sabi ko, why? Why? Parang ganun. You're impressed, of course, pero you ask, wow, that's good, why? Parang ganun, you're endlessly curious. You're not, bashing naman na parang, baka may ginawang. No, you just want to know why. Why did it work? And then eventually, if you do that, you will almost see marketing and copywriting everywhere. Parang, okay, why did, kasi si Tiger Sugar, here's what he did. Ito yung ginawa nila. Same with chat time, biglang pumutok. Tapos, there was a trend in the Philippines na parang yung bubble tea lumaki. Tapos, inisip ko, bakit? Why? Tapos yun, that's how you actually start your muscle na parang yung utak nagsa-start. So, they are endlessly curious. And it's not just me. I actually got this from Joe Schrieffer, which is the copy chief of Agora. Agora is called the Harvard of direct response copywriting because they launch a product almost every week, and then yung sales letters, they can write sales letters within 1 or 2 weeks, and then sobrang ano sila. It's a company that's making $800 million per year na. It's really, tapos puro lang sila direct response. Walang banners, walang ads. They don't show sa commercials. Direct response na sila. And that's what he said. I want a copywriter that's endlessly curious. Okay lang hindi magaling. Basta mapakita niya na endlessly curious, na parang always asking why. So yun. And then, the second one is you need to know how to write, of course. Write consistently. Ako, right now, ang production ko has reduced. Noon, I was writing 2,000 words per day. Now, I'm writing 1,500 words na lang per day. So, that's per day. So, if you're just starting out, kahit ano lang, 100 words, 200 words, 300 words, 400 words, 500 words, but do it consistently, and stick to it. Okay? Ang number 3 talaga siguro, number 3 is you know how to create offers. You know how to sell. How to create irresistible offers. Ako, I have a notebook where I just put out offers kahit paano. Para lang ma-build or ma-train yung offer muscle ko. Na parang, okay, so nakita ko tong car, if ibibenta ko to, ano kayang pwede kong i-add para maging irresistible offer siya to the right person. So, parang ganun. So, for example, right now, I'm looking at an Innova. Malaki siya. So, pwede ko lagyan ng car seats or freebie yung car seats, and I'm going to sell it to single moms or single dads or new parents. Parang ganun. Parang irresistible yung offer sa kanila. Because that's how you should think. So, think about offers. Think about creating specific offers to specific people. Just at least write one down every day. And you can also do that for your service. Like for me, I always think of offers for my services and for my businesses. And sometimes they suck. Most times actually they suck. Pero it trains my brain to understand offers and how to sell it better. And that's also the reason why or one of the reasons one of the characteristics na hinanap ng mga business owners. Na, can you sell this through digital marketing and copywriting? Tapos yung offer muscle mo malakas na. Hindi, dagdagan natin ganito. Kasi based sa target market research, ganito. Based sa competitors, ito ginagawa nila pareho sa'yo, so dapat ibahin natin. So, parang ganun, you need to train your offer muscle. Kasi pag yung offer kasi maganda, yung copywriting, magiging easy na lang. Totoo lang. Kasi, if the offer is for really irresistible, yung tipong gutom na gutom yung market, tapos binigyan mo ng steak, tapos for free lang or $1 lang instead of $100, of course you're gonna buy it. Right? So, again, so number 1, curiosity. Number 2, habit of writing. Number 3 is do your best to create offers in your head and then or write it down. Mas better if you write it down, especially if you're a freelancer, solopreneur, business owner, entrepreneur na nagbebenta ng something. Kasi, for example, I wrote an idea last year that I'm using this year. Parang ganun. Kasi last year nakita ko na hinahanap to. Tapos this year, may new perspective na ako. Parang, oo nga no, okay man tong idea to. Mali lang yung perspective ko. So, you can use that and unlimited business opportunities if you do that. Kasi, pwede mo siya ipakita sa business idea notebook, pakita mo sa someone like your mentor, your coach. Ganda ng ideas ito Of course, dapat trusted yung pinapakitaan mo. Ganda nito sige gawin natin to. I think it will sell, etc. Because I've done that as well. So, it's always good to have those habits. Actually, ganun nga lang, you can siguro mga 2 hours of your day or 90 minutes of your day just doing those 3 things. Just asking why. Like for example, you see a sales letter or an email, ang ganda. Bakit? Why does it work? Tapos yun, himay-himayin mo. Tapos number 2 is write. Number 3 is create offers. Tapos na. Just do that every day. And within siguro a year or two, milyonaryo ka na. If you just consistently do that.
Oo, tama po 'no. Wala siyang ano, hindi tayo talaga sa get rich quick scheme. Andito
Yeah.
tayo sa business na 'to for long term, guys. Or if you are
Yes.
into copywriting din like me, grabe long term yung tignan mo. So you need to parang exercise your muscle, your hustle muscle when it comes
Uh,
to this stuff. And nakaka-resonate ako dun sa being consistent. Kasi ever since natuto rin ako kay Coach Mix sa value posting, grabe daily talaga ginagawa ko siya. To the point na parang kaya ko na siyang gawin in 10 minutes, ganun.
yeah.
Pero
Yeah.
ano siya, hindi din madali yung process. 3 months din ako sa group namin sa LinkedIn pod. And grabe, parang ngayon pag may nagtatanong sa akin, hindi naman ako ganyan nagsimula. Parang totally dati, parang blank screen, tas hindi ko alam po ano yung una kong sasabihin. Pero
Yeah.
ngayon, when you exercise that, you be consistent, kahit sa social media post, grabe yung mga
Yes.
value posting, kahit dun lang, no, you share value, and then people will come to you eventually kasi they see that you have something na binibigay mo ng free. Then don't be afraid sa pagbibigay ng value kasi nga God will bless you then eventually. Tapos yung writing down, nagbe-brain dump nga ng mga
Yeah.
ideas. Ang hirap kasi pag nasa loob ng brain, so you
Yes.
need to really write it down and brain dump kasi minsan nakakaginhawa sa feeling, and at the same time, ang dami ko na palang naisip. And sabi nga ni Coach Migs, possibly hindi lahat yan mag-work, pero at least you start writing it down, tapos yun nga, ma-exercise din yung brain mo. Galing. Ang ganda ng mga takeaways, and congratulations sa lahat ng mga nakikinig dito kasi some people are even paying just to listen and to know this stuff, pero free na sinabi sa atin. And congrats guys, you are one step nag-level up ka listening to this podcast interview or watching this video in the YouTube. So thank you Coach Migs, and ngayon ang dami nga gusto kong i-follow si Coach Migs, or I need to learn more from him. Ayan. Ano po ba yung mga platforms or channels they can connect with you and follow you and learn more from you din po?
Alright, so I have a Facebook group. It's Copywriting Training Camp Ph. Yung na-mention ko. There are 60 plus lessons inside. And I also open programs every now and then. And yung number one thing talaga is I give feedback as much as possible sa mga copywriters who join. Pero yun yung main thing ko because yun ang kulang nakita ko, because there are frameworks, there are templates, there are a lot of people teaching people how to do things, pero yung parang do it the right way, or parang showing people na, kasi na-shock rin ako, people are actually, in the Filipinos, want to be corrected, want to know what's the right way, want to know kung mali pala to, kasi akala ko noon magagalit sila, right? Pero if you come from a place of help and tell them talaga na ito yung mali, because I'm doing this to make you so you're a better copywriter, so yun. So, pero yun, I invite you to join Copywriting Training Camp Ph. There are 60 plus lessons inside. And if you think yun na ang enough na yun for you to pursue a copywriting career, then great, don't join my programs. I'm actually a proponent of that. I always say na baka genius ka pala sa copywriting, right? Tapos kailangan mo na ng konting push. You don't need me. You just need konting push. You become a good copywriter, then great. So, yun palati yung my mission is actually to give high quality copywriting training for free. If you want guidance na nakakausap mo ko, then that's available as well. Pero, yun.
Wow. And for info lang din, 2 years na ako dun sa Copywriting Training Camp PH, and ang dami ko natutunan from the 48-hour sales letter. So punta lang kayo guys doon, join na if you are interested in knowing more about copywriting, kahit foundation lang or basics. Doon marami kayong makikita kasi doon din ako nagsimula. Long time na, no? And grabe, ngayon I'm also a student of Coach Migs in one of his program, and I can also attest with the feedback. It's very important na kami nga hindi naman kami nagagalit, mas gusto ka namin na may feedback kasi hindi namin siya naiisip on our own. We need someone, other people's perspective or view para gumanda yung copy or gumanda yung work mo. Kasi kung ikaw lang, medyo bias tayo sa mga gawa natin. Parang baby natin yan. Sabi natin, maganda yan. Pero hindi pala, may room for improvement, and that is what Yun yung maganda din. So, abang-abang kayo if you want to really have a mentorship. Pero kung foundation lang, you can learn na rin from the group. So, thank you, Coach Migs, for this time. And marami na-inspire na millennials and entrepreneurs at mga nakikinig nitong program, podcast interview na to about copywriting. And yun nga po, no, thank you po for the time you spent with us, the interview. As I always say din dito sa aking podcast, guys, you don't need to be great to start. You just need to start to be great. Kasi nga, if you don't take that first step, hindi mo alam kung ano ang next chapter ng life mo.
Yeah.
So, again, this is Shimi Hapay, your product launch engineer, and I leave everything up to our God above. Don't forget to subscribe sa aking podcast, sa YouTube channel, follow, and also download. Thank you guys for everything, and God bless you.
Thank you for your support in this podcast episode. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow our podcast channels. See you in our next episode. God bless you.